Do you ever just go do an errand when you really don't even need to go do an errand? It's like you just want to get out of the house. And in the summertime in Austin, Texas, you can't just go for a walk at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because it's 100 degrees outside. So you have to go waste gas and drive around. Fortunately, Austin is a great place to go drive around. Now, I shouldn't be doing it in rush hour. That's kind of dumb. But I needed to get out of the house. I mean, it's not like I don't have stuff to do. It's not like I don't have people that I can call. It's not like I don't even owe some people a return call. But sometimes you just don't have the energy, mentally or physically, to deal with work that you know is piling up or phone calls you need to make. So you just go do what you do. These are the things that start to happen as you get older. And you let go of, I've got to be busy, I've got to be accomplishing, I've got to be productive at all times. No, maybe I just need to breathe and get a change of scenery. It's always hard to resist stopping for ice cream when I'm out for a drive. And maybe that goes back to when I was a kid. No one cares, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My parents would get bored, and all four of us would pile into the car. And we would go get ice cream. There was a place when we lived in Lubbock, Texas called Ranch Burger, and they had the best soft serve ice cream. So it became known as Ranch Burger Ice Cream, or RBIC. We'd be sitting around bored, hot, in the summertime, and one of my parents would say, let's go get some RBIC. So I guess that's why I do it to this day. I want to get in the car and go get some ice cream. Now, no one cares about what I'm talking about except you. You see, one of my videos I talk about don't be in the past. If you want to not push people away when you're older, don't live in the past. Young people don't want to hear your stories. Unless it's a really compelling story. And I don't think going to get ice cream with your parents when you're a kid is all that compelling. But I know you get it. We listen to each other. We may not return each other's phone calls. But when we are present, we're present. So I'm glad you're present here with me today. We have a lot fewer years left than we have lived already. There's a sense of urgency. It's like we're in a hurry to slow down. We're in a hurry to take our time. And we're all trying to find our way. Here on the left is McCallum High School. It is now a fine arts academy. It's so weird how when you grow up in a city, by the time you get older, all the public schools have become some kind of magnet school for science or arts. Up here on the right is a very iconic Austin place called Toy Joy. Toy Joy. If you want some special, interesting toys. You know those toys that none of the kids really want to play with? They're just cool. All the hipster parents buy them. Like wooden toys or stuff. Kids don't want that. Toy Joy knows that. They sell these groovy little dinosaurs or whatever to all the hipster parents. Growing older doesn't mean going out to pasture, but it also doesn't mean being frenetic. That's a really cool place. It's a Austin Pets Alive thrift store. Their proceeds go to help, you guessed it, pets. Well, they're not really pets. They're homeless animals who need to be pets. And so that store is super cool. Try to support Austin Pets Alive whenever we can. the Missouri Pacific Railroad. Yeah, I'm out running the streets again. Not really doing any errands. Have some I need to do, procrastinating. But you know, driving around like this, it's a way to reconnect with yourself. And I know it's weird. Most people would go for a country drive. I go for city drives. I don't know why. I feel safer. I can go slower. I don't like those windy, scary country roads. I'm weird like that. I'm weird like a lot of things. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today is, do you like to do a lot of things that maybe aren't your ordinary daily life? Do you like to sit and play games on your phone or something squirrely like that? I'm here to tell you, it's time to do what you want to do, no matter what it is. I mean, as long as it's safe and legal. And it's important, I think, not to run away. I'm not going for a drive to run away. It's important to run toward something. That's easier said than done, because part of the hardest thing in the world is knowing exactly what you want. Because, you know, we're conditioned most of our lives to do things that we don't necessarily want to do, but we're supposed to do. And that goes for everything work-related, career-related, family-related, and socially. So when you finally get to the point where you're retiring or thinking about retiring, and you wonder, what do I want to do? What am I running toward? If you're like me, you didn't get up and go to work every day for 35 years because you wanted to. You did it more because you're supposed to. I mean, I liked my career. I was fortunate to have it. But dang, there were a whole lot of mornings I didn't want to get up and go do it. So the point is, we really aren't even in touch with what we want to do. And that's probably good, because, you know, in this society, you got to get up and go to work if you want to exist. I'm going to turn this camera around because there's a great view of the Capitol when I come around this hill. Anyway, so it takes a long time to kind of figure out what you do want to do with your time. And if you're like me, and most people are, you don't exactly have all the money in the world to do whatever you want to do. But it is nice to have that freedom. To go for a drive at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon instead of sitting behind a desk. I guess it's about the freedom. Freedom to connect with yourself and ask yourself what it is you want to do. All this talk about thinking about what you want out of life and what you want to do. Here's the thing. Instead of thinking about what's next, think about what is. If you're constantly living in the future and worrying about your next move, that's where the anxiety lives and the fear. Maybe this is it. We are where we are, and that's all there is. And I don't mean that in a depressing way. I mean that in find your peace within kind of way. So yeah, it kind of feels like I contradict myself a little bit. On the one hand, I'm like, figure out what you want to do and head in that direction. And then I'm like, maybe you're already here. Don't be so frenetic. Live in the present. And you know why? Because I think most of us are kind of conflicted at this point. I mean, I'm excited to have a lot of years ahead to do the things I want to do, but at the same time, I'm not sure what those things are. Anyway, that's why we have this community, right? So we can talk about things. We would drive down this very street when I was a kid, and it's called the Drag, which is the main strip through the University of Texas. So all the way through high school, we'd come down here, went to college here, still come down here. Well, traffic's getting really heavy. I guess it's time to head home. Why I don't remember to go out and take these drives earlier in the morning or in the evening, I don't know. Thanks again for joining me, letting me ramble while I went out for my drive to connect with myself, because I think driving's a good way to do that. Obviously, today I wasn't looking to connect with myself, but to connect with you. I'll see you in the next video.
A friend in need's a friend indeed, yeah. So come along and play with me, yeah. I've got a game I know you want to play.